This is Swiss and Chips, your British guide to Switzerland. Hello and welcome to Swiss and Chips. I'm Jo.
And I'm Simon.
And today we're at the Schwarzsee. We're recording outside on a little outing that we've gone on. So you may hear some sounds of nature or perhaps people walking by.
Exactly, yeah. Seeing as it's quite difficult to record at home nowadays, we thought we're going to record on the go.
Because of our mini-me that's at home, we should say.
Yes, exactly. So today is quite a nice day and much colder than expected.
It always is on our excursions.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
that's true. Why.
But we just about made it. We had the coffee, so we're good to talk.
Yes.
And the topic today is?
We're talking about the BEA.
The BEA, yes, BEA.
Exactly. And it's an annual event that takes place in Bern. In essence, it's an agricultural fair, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, it's a very traditional thing. Mm-hmm. And it's, how do you say, it's for companies to show what they're doing. But
partially, yeah.
Yes, but it became bigger and bigger, and then it's many agricultural things to be seen, and then it's also adult playthings. How's this called? that thing.
There are no adult playthings there.
That thing that is on Brighton on the pier there. How's this called?
Yeah, amusement rides.
Yes.
Or something.
So there are
fairground rides.
Yes, so big wheel and stuff. How's this called? A
Ferris wheel.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing unseemly at this fair. It's very family friendly.
Yes, it is. Yes, absolutely. So it's very traditional. So at least in and around Bern, there are others in Switzerland.
There's one in St. Gallen, isn't there?
Olma, for example.
Olma.
Yeah. And in Bern, it's very traditional, and everyone in and around Bern has at least been once as a child, for sure, because there is a lot to be seen.
Yeah, basically, you walk in and you can see the fairground rides from quite far away. So that's one end of it. And there's lots of things to see outside. It's a sort of massive area. And then there's also kind of exhibitions inside that you can look at as well. But outside, the main attraction is loads of animals, and it's basically farm animals that you can see. And they're in different halls, and they're also outside in mini arenas and stuff.
Yeah.
For example, in one hall, you've got loads and loads of cows, kind of as they would be out on a farm.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you have little closed-off arenas around them where there are miniature goats in one, climbing all over stuff. And then there's like the pig section outside. There's a kind of petting zoo, except the animals really come off farms.
That's
so
true.
They're not kind of, it's not like extremely cuddly rabbits.
They're not made for the fair.
No.
Yeah, they're actual animals, yes.
Yeah. You know, it's
by
like
the way,
really...
we forgot to say, it's why we are talking about this, and this special episode is because it's on at the moment.
It is, yeah.
And it's on until next weekend. Today we are recording.
Well, it's on until the 8th of May.
Yes, and today is the 1st. So hopefully we manage to put the episode out before it's done. But
we will.
If so, you should go and have a look. Otherwise, next year is another one.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so if you're going, basically, you want to have a little look online before you arrive, probably, to see where you're going to go, because it's so big. And we headed into Hall 12, which is where the cows are, the goats, the pigs, also the donkeys, it turned out.
Yeah, Hall 12, make sure at the entrance to take a leaflet with the map, then you can see in which, it's not that complicated, but then you can see where is what animals. And
so you can head to the most exciting bit first before your energy dies out, basically, because that could well happen. Yeah, and they have a horse arena as well, so you can see different kind of, not performances, but what's really the word for it?
Performances,
But it's not like horses are dancing.
What they do and so on.
Yeah, they're jumping over hurdles and stuff. I'm sure there's a technical word for it.
We are experts.
In horse language.
In horse language, yeah.
But also the donkeys are being walked around in that arena, and I saw someone riding a donkey, you know.
Is the donkey language.
Yes, so there's lots of that to be seen.
Cow language.
You can like stroke the animals. They're showing off the horses, but you can also buy animals if you're actually a farmer. Some of the cows are for sale.
Oh, and what's there to be seen? The dogs.
The dogs are a big hit because our little mini-us, our little mini-me, baby M, loves dogs, and we thought this was going to be a big hit with her. But because they are really, working animals off the farm, the dogs were a little bit, how can we say?
Loud.
They barked quite loudly when we showed up.
Yeah.
So it's really a good way, I think, for kids to see, these are what,
Yeah,
farm
and
animals are really like.
it's
Also adults.
And it's a good opportunity to dress up traditionally.
Yes. You might have seen it in the pictures of, what's the Abzug called in English? Don't worry, I've got it.
The
When
alpine go down of the cows.
Yeah, it's
Descendant.
another traditional event, which we'll talk about in another episode, where they bring the cows down from the mountain, and the people who work on the farm dress up in traditional costumes. And at this agricultural fair, the BEA, you can see some people who have brought their animals from the farm. They're wearing their traditional clothing, which is really nice to see.
It's a typical event for Swiss people to wear traditional clothing. It's a happening. It's a nice get-together, so they dress up.
Yeah. And there's also musical performances as well. We saw a yodel group. There were people playing the hand organ, the normal organ, the mouth organ, all kinds of organs.
Yeah. I'm sure there would be also the alpine horn.
Yeah, we didn't see anyone playing the Alphorn, but for sure it's there.
Alpine horn?
No, it's called the Alphorn.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah.
No,
I think you can call it maybe both.
It's not popular enough to be translated into English then.
No.
Well, we're working on it.
We are, yeah. We'll spread the word.
So we spread the word. It's called alpine horn.
So that's all outside. And then there's also things like you can look at cars.
Big
There was loads of
trucks.
cars, massive trucks, probably the biggest
Agriculture
combine
trucks.
harvester thing to use in your farm that I've ever seen anyway.
Other expert words.
Caravans, there's loads of food stalls, and they have different arenas. There's one dedicated to
Wine.
wine. There's the wine arena where you can go wine tasting. There was an arena dedicated to traditions where we found it was also mostly dedicated to beer.
Yeah.
And there we could
Bernese beer.
have a little sort of sample tray of beer
5.
from Bern.
Yeah.
And it had a little pretzel hanging
Or
on the
4
end,
or
which
5,
was
yeah.
super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and inside there's exhibitions from like the EPFL, which is the university in the Swiss Romand.
And from travel things and computers.
You can buy
and
beds
everything.
there even.
Beds,
But
yeah,
that's
true.
maybe like the most boring part.
Food was quite interesting as well. Cheese.
Yeah, loads of Swiss cheese. You can
You
just
can
walk
milk
around.
a cow.
You can pretend to ride a bull. It's awesome. If you haven't been, you've got to go. It's really, really fun.
Yeah,
For
it's
kids
fun.
and grown-ups, it's
It's true,
really
yeah.
interesting.
And they're outside, like you said, there's this fairground.
Yep, fairground rides.
Word learned. And you can do many of these things as well.
Yeah, it's good.
And in the evening or at night is a party.
Party tent. It goes on till 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, there is
Don't
really
miss out.
something from. It costs 17 francs for adults to get in. Kids under 6 go free. And they have various discounts for students and so on as well.
There you go. It's all set, huh?
Yeah, we should maybe just say it's at the Bern Expo.
Yeah, it's in Bern, a little bit outside. So you take a tram
Number 9.
to go there from the Hauptbahnhof, from the main
station.
station. Maybe it's 10, 15 minutes,
Yeah, about
something
10
like
minutes. Not very far.
that. Good.
I would just like to say, a few years ago when I came to Switzerland, we went for the first time.
Yeah.
And I was absolutely amazed by what was on offer there. Because when I had seen it described, in posters and newspapers and so on, I thought it sounds a bit
Boring.
boring.
Yeah.
But when I went, I was stunned. But
Yeah.
obviously, as a Swiss person who's grown up here, you had been as a child, so you knew all about it.
Yes, and also it's a nice thing to go, but I think you made me realize that there's so many traditions to be seen there, and that's why we wanted to talk about it today. Because I think you see a little bit more about what we like and what we do and so on.
Yeah.
There you go. So then it's time for our Swiss word. Now let's see if you know this one.
We've already dropped a few in this episode, but this is the main
It is
one
true.
coming right at you now.
You are unprepared, but I
God.
think you know the word. It has something to do with the BEA, and you can buy it there. It's called Zuckerwatte. I can translate.
I know what it is.
I can translate
Okay, go on.
the
Yeah.
words in English. Zucker means sugar. Watte means. Oh, bugger! I thought I could translate
That.
it.
This is supposed to be a clean episode.
Cotton. Cotton?
Yes, exactly.
So sugar cotton.
Yeah.
What could that be?
It's called candy floss.
Yes.
Yum. I got a big ball of
There
that.
you go. So zuckerwatte to be learned before you go to the BEA so you can order it.
Yeah.
Well, then that was it.
Maybe we could just say one word about the Schwarzsee, because that's where we're recording today.
We can, yeah. It's a lake. No, it's quite a nice lake. It's a bit outside. Slightly hard to get here by public transport. It's from Bern in the direction of Fribourg and then a little bit into the direction of the Gantrisch, in case you have a map in front of you.
It's about a 50-minute drive.
Yeah, it's from Bern. So it's not that easy to get there, but it's quite a nice lake with... To walk around
it's good because it's not mega far. You have the feeling of being in the mountains, but without going on a huge excursion. There's a nice round circular walk, which is wheelchair and pram friendly.
It takes or something like that, I guess.
And there's different cafes. There's a children's playground. Yeah. You could swim in the lake in the summer.
In winter, you can ski there.
Yeah, so
right next to the lake.
It's a highly recommended place for a little day trip.
You should go, yeah. But I would recommend to take a car. I think it's quite difficult, probably. Well, yeah, you can get here by public transport, but by car is straightforward.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Right, so that's it for today.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.